we are. Hi, folks. How we doing? Got a big presentation for you today, and well, happy to take questions. The only thing is my voice is a little bit on the mend right now, so I'll do my best. But I'll also choose my words carefully as well because I want to deliver as much value while maintaining my voice. So it'll be, I'll keep it as efficient, to the point, and what you need to know. And if you like this format, let me know because I'll do more of the same. Time is valuable. So, what is thyroid and how does it relate in the whole big picture of, say, health, holism, wellness, regeneration, and the human being? Thyroid is a gland located right here in this area, and when it's enlarged you can even feel it. You can just put your hands here, fingers. That's what doctors do. That's when I check for thyroid, just off the top without blood work. You swallow and you can literally feel the gland move up and down, and so you can tell what the size and otherwise is. But again, if you're not a trained clinician, again, it's not the most effective test either. It just gives you a little something. So how do you know if your thyroid is off, and what does it do, and how does it do it, and what is it to begin with? So thyroid is one of the five major regulatory functional commanders, so to speak. If there's five generals in the body that guide the whole body, it's these five. Thyroid is definitely one of those generals, one of the mighty armies of health and wellness. Second, just for the record, is male and female hormones, and both male and females have testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. That's why you have to do it in balance with thyroid. Third mighty general is the GI, gastrointestinal system, and not just the gut as we know it, but absorption, digestion, and the entire spectrum of various things. In other words, in the gut-brain, gut metabolite, insulin, metabolism in general, and all sorts of things. So next one is limbic system, something that we get to control, or we can help with supplements and or devices such as the PEMF right here. So especially in a gamma, which works in the brain and the nervous system to optimize. The idea, the concept is you've got limbic means hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal. Very big correlation there, right there, with the hormonal, because adrenals, cortisol, DHEA, again, balance, stress, relaxation, sympathetic, parasympathetic, autonomic nervous system, dysautonomia, the most common diagnosis out there. It can have various variants. Some are metabolic syndrome, blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, obesity, weight, fatigue, brain fog, usually hypothyroid. Sometimes it reflects more in mental and emotional. Sometimes it reflects in various ways. But the idea is metabolism is the key, and these are the five things. By the way, the fifth one is, in my perspective and experience, is the immunity, and that works with all of the above. By the way, just very powerful interaction with those five generals. So thyroid is one of the key things, and I want to go through. Well, there's a question. I'll address the question, and then I'll get back to a discussion of. Actually, Kale, can I have a pen just for a second, please, sir? Yeah, just something to write with, if you have. If not, that's okay. Just wanted to take note of a couple of things, just so that we address everything. So I'm gonna read a question, and after that we'll go to the testing. So a wondering question. Little small screw there. Sorry about that, folks. Need to look at glasses. Wondering how I can best use the PEMF device while working with my PT patients. I love Ryan Welton's work, but sometimes I don't know how to best integrate it, or if it's worth keeping on the client during part or all of treatment as they work out. Boom. Okay. Trent, thank you. I don't like to brag in general. I think it's too dangerous for my ego. My ego is too fragile. It wants to take over the world. So for that reason, I don't like to brag. But uh, I will say this to address this specific question. I was just recently, within a month, at a conference, SWIS, Swiss conference, organized by a dear friend of mine, Dr. Ken Kinnikin, who is a chiropractor extraordinaire, but he's also he's into fitness. This was a conference for the strong, healthy people, trainers, professional athletes, just literally people who want to stay fit and know about health, not just illness. And one of the things is I was honored, and I didn't expect that. I didn't see this coming, for a lifetime achievement award, especially in the field of energy and energy medicine, in the concept of health, wellness, and recovery, especially physical fitness. And this was because of this device, I believe. But of course, there's a lot of stuff that we do. It was an honor, and of course, my silly comment to that was, "Am I that old already?" Because a lifetime achievement is generally, I think, when you're gray and old and all the stuff. So perhaps, it's a wonderful thing. I appreciate it, and I'm honored, truly. But I do believe that has to do with this device and what the Dr. Norm Shealy and I have done, at least partially in that. The way he uses and the way that the trainers use it with Olympics and just the high-end clients, customers, but also recommended for physical therapy and otherwise, is you can keep it on you and you can work with the patient. The energy, it tends to transfer. That's number one. Number two is I was at this conference, and this was fascinating, amazing that I would see this young, healthy people who are basically 2 or 3 times my size, and it's wonderful. I mean, they're working out. I'm more busy working. So, but it's great to see people at the best of their potential, looking good, feeling good, but still aches, pains, limitations. And it's great to see when you have an athlete who is limited and is not able to get to their desired level, and then they're stuck right here, or pain or discomfort, and all of a sudden, boom, gamma mode. I love it. I did it over and over again. I literally took people as they're walking by, if they're in discomfort, if they wanted to sit down, put the unit on. Hey, just see what happens. Boom, there you go. So you can put it on the person, or you can wear it on yourself. Both ways. And at this point, I don't even bother explaining. I just say, hey, put it on, see what happens. Of course, some people it takes a while, and gamma is the key. So I hope that answers your question, and I hope you use it for every person, because that's what a lot of our chiropractic, physical therapy, and in those fields, professionals that are highly successful. So another question. I'm using eugesterone post-menopause. What is in it, and why am I to stop for part of the month without medication? Okay, I think I see the question again. My eyesight is in the small print, but again, we'll make it work. So eugesterone, thank you. We're talking about hormones, one of the 5 pillars. Eugesterone is one of Dr. Shealy's greatest offerings for if you are not in position or you're not ready for a full hormone replacement therapy, which to me would be bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, just like human molecule, not conjugated, not horse-based, and you cut out the risk of cancers, vascular, and all sorts of stuff, the short of it, because it is the same molecule as a human body and protects us. But that's a different conversation, hormones. So to answer that question, eugesterone is a progesterone in the form that you can deliver, but it's 33 milligrams or so with one pump. So that is Well, I usually, when I use progesterone clinically, it's 100 to 200 sometimes, and typically it's compounding pharmacies like 225 milligrams or something of that nature with different components and carriers. So, I mean, you have to be really get into that, but the generic eugesterone is wonderful for men in general, especially over 40 or 50. Well, not just progesterone, it's also testosterone support, and in women, if you are premenopausal, there is a reason why you mentioned this. You want to use it in the second part of the cycle, not in the first. Okay, so, and if you're postmenopausal, just throughout. Postmenopausal means it's just like progesterone is easy throughout the cycle. Okay, but let me answer the next question. Back to PEMF. Thank you. I love it. I can talk about hormones all day. I usually do. Is gamma setting 2 or 3, which setting is for sleep and which is for waking up? I can never remember. Okay, so here is, and let me share this with you guys. I'm just going to disconnect for a second, but here goes. So this is my device. Right now I'm on gamma, so my brain is just, I don't know if we can zoom in, guys. This is a specific light red-green combination, more so red. Gamma is in the zone. Gamma means right now anything goes. I am just flowing with the content, whatever comes through, in other words. This is gamma. In the zone, that's your athlete who is in the Olympic level. This is your basically your top end, whatever it is that you do. Wake up. 2 hours in the morning. I use it for 2 hours because I'm not a morning person. Some people half an hour, some people a couple of minutes, but the research was with 2 hours. That's why we say that. This is another mode. This is the delta mode. Delta mode is 0 to 3 cycles per second. 0 to 3 cycles per second means literally you got delta, which supports stage 3 deep sleep. This is your sleep support. Plug it in, charge it. The ring goes under the pillow, and it's electromagnetic. You don't have to touch it. And the idea is it's charged. You wake up in the morning, you pick it up, you put on gamma. That's what I do for a couple hours. Afterwards, I switch over to the first and the original mode, which is right here in the green and green. And that's the sweep mode. And that's your Schumann frequency, 7.83 cycles per second. And of course, it supports cellular and everything that is related to the building blocks. So, little tutorial. And it's my favorite unit. I've got one. I 24/7, really. So let's get to the next question, and I thank you for that. That's wonderful. So let me get back to my gamma setting, because without it, I enjoy my brain a lot more when I'm with it. So let's put it this way. How do we test for thyroid? A lot of the time I see primary care panels people get TSH, sometimes T4. Total and sometimes free, and that means nothing. It's BS, as in no, vowel sounds, but in different meaning. It doesn't give me any information whatsoever. If you want to evaluate thyroid, you need to know what the labs are and how to use them properly. So let's put it this way. TSH is your upstream marker. If it's elevated, your thyroid function is low, because it's like the factory management that gets a message saying, hey, not enough production, crank it out. So then it sends message to the thyroid gland to produce more. And that's T3, T3, and that's T3 and T4. And there's free T3 and free T4. Short of it, you want to see what actually does the work, which is the free T3 is the workhorse. It's the actual active unit. It's a soldier in the field. If that number is less than 4 to 4.3, which is in the upper range, you're suboptimal. You're comparing yourself to the sick and the old. And that's why I don't treat the number, I treat the person. I also correlate with the symptoms, and I also get reverse T3, free T4 for the storage amounts, and also antibodies to see. I see a lot of autoimmunity and other problems. So, and if, of course, if numbers don't line up, then you have to look at other causes and other metabolic related things. So the other thing to remember is you have to treat the person. What are the symptoms of thyroid? How do we know when the thyroid is off? Let's say you go to your doctor and they say, well, your numbers are fantastic. Your free T3, even if they did free T3 was, say, at 2.0, which is in the range for the sick and the old, so to speak. Hey, you want to be sick and old? Great, enjoy. I'm an optimizer. My people are optimizers. That's what I do. Whether optimization means going from sick to less sick to being okay, or even better, from going I'm okay to let's get to the best of what is humanly possible. So I think we're getting close to our timeline. So let me get back to the thyroid. Thyroid is I'm sorry, was there a message? Okay, so I have been trying to sleep with the gamma. Gamma is setting 2 and delta is setting 3. I've tried to sleep with the gamma. It's excitatory to me. Some people are just the opposite. I wouldn't do it. I cannot do it. Delta, setting number 3. If you can sleep with gamma, God bless you. Let me know. Keep me posted. Back to the thyroid. Energy, metabolism, everything from brain, clarity, too fast or too slow. In other words, think of thyroid as a timing belt for everything from the head down to the toes, including skin and everything else. It's too much, you're hyperactive. Too much stuff. High blood pressure, anxiety, stress, panic, fast bowels, diarrhea, muscle aches, so on and so forth. Too low, sluggish. I got nothing. No energy, no fuel. The car doesn't want to go. There's no components. So that's right in the golden center, and that's thyroid. And thyroid, of course, relates to metabolism. When things are metabolically, for example, insulin, diabetes, high blood pressure, thyroid is intimately affected. Low thyroid is connected to all of those. Weight, huge. You're trying to lose weight, you can't lose weight. You're doing everything you can, including crazy methods and maybe things that are hurting you. It's not working. You're maybe even gaining weight. It makes sense. Look under the hood. Let's understand what's going on. God doesn't make junk. Humans are incredible beings. The physical body is an incredible healing, self-sustaining organism, but it needs good building blocks. This is where medicine comes in, real medicine, real holistic doc, Shealy-Sorin wellness. We're not unique in this, but our perspective is quite unique, especially compared to conventional. Take care of yourself. Foundations, basics, lifestyle, metabolism, the 5 big systems, in other words, hormones, thyroid. We covered that today. We'll cover another one, another topic next week, and hopefully I'll have a guest here if we can. If not, then I'd like to do a recording with a gentleman who has taught me so much about sleep apnea, and I want to present that information to the public as well. Have him here. We used to do this all the time. We'll get back to that partially. So as we're about to finish up for the Friday, for the weekend, have a blessed, amazing weekend, holy weekend. Let every second of your time be holy. And if you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch with us. Real Holistic Doc, 417-351-5221. We'll put the information up. And of course, our website, realholisticdoc.com, where you can find all of our favorites, recommendations, information, knowledge, products, things that make your life better. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Much love to you, especially and including from Dr. Shealy as well, who is sending his regards. And of course, from all of us in the family at Real Holistic Doc and Shealy-Sorin Wellness, blessings. Take care. See you next Friday.